Very impressed. My favorite part about it is it's soft. It's got not a whole lot of stretch. It's got stretch. You want stretch in fluoro. Every fluoro has stretch. Good knot strength. With the nano armor technology, those microscopic ridges built in the line, it allows you to cinch that knot, and that knot is perfect every single time. Super strong, but my overall impression, it's been great. Doesn't break. It's strong, and it gets them in the boat. It plays with probably 90% of what I do, unless I'm like flipping heavy cover, punching mats, frogging. Even when I'm fishing docks, I'll use fluoro a lot of the time. But when we're talking grass, heavy cover, and mats, 100% of the time I'm gonna throw straight braid. Fluorocarbon, straight fluoro, I am 90% of the time cranking, flipping, throwing big A-rigs, basically anything that I do. Bass fishing, football jigs on ledges out deep is straight fluorocarbon. Rarely ever I'll have braid to fluorocarbon unless it's on a spinning reel. Yeah, when I'm throwing heavier baits, A-rigs, when I'm flipping, fishing a jig around docks and things like that, I'll throw 18 or 20 for sure. When I'm cranking, throwing jerk baits, 10 or 12. Usually 12 if I want to get that bait down a bit deeper, 10 pound. But, and then like moving baits, chatter baits, things like that, I'll go up to 16. Sometimes even 18, sometimes even 20, depending on how thick stuff I'm fishing. Yeah, it's important, especially like, for example, if you're fishing a river system, St. Lawrence River. When you're doing drifts down the river, vertical below the boat, thinner the line is, thinner that diameter is, it's able to cut through the water a lot better. Therefore, you're not gonna have as much of a bow in your line. You don't want that bow, you don't want slack. So when you go to set the hook, you want to have direct contact with that fish. With that thinner diameter, it's gonna cut through that water a little bit easier. It's gonna make that line a little bit more softer. It'll allow the line to be more limp, which is very important for drop shotting, for example. It's gonna make your bait act and flow in that current a lot more naturally. Casting distance, you're able to cast a lot further. Yeah, those are basically the three biggest things that, you know, line diameter definitely is very important. My favorite combo would be a IMX Pro, G-Looms IMX Pro, 894 JWR, Shimano Bantam, 20 pound Shimano Mastiff FC fluorocarbon. There's just so much you can do with that setup. Fish deep ledges with a football jig. You can flip a jig with it. You can fish docks with it. You can do a bunch of different things with that rod. It's one rod that I have the most of in the boat when I go to places like Florida, or, you know, river systems like Kentucky Lake or Pickwick or something like that. There's just so many different baits you can put on that rod, and you can use it in so many different situations.